Hey guys, Jason Croxford here, and I'm coming to you today with an important message. I just sent out an email actually to a bunch of people that were or are on my email list for the Beachbody coaching program, people that have signed up and accepted me as their coach to help motivate them and point them in the right direction and just give them the information they need to succeed. And while I was writing that, it really was just something where I was coming up with some words that really just inspired me and some thoughts, and I really wrote it from the heart and really just wanted to help remind them that I'm there, that you may be one of the people that received it, and I'm there for you, and I'm a real person. I've gone through the same struggles, I've done the same things that a lot of other people have done. I've started a program and haven't finished it. I've set goals and haven't reached them. I've dreamed big and haven't done it. I've done this in the past. I've been there. So, that was one of my important points, is the fact that, everybody's human. We all, reach a point where things don't get done or anything along those lines. But the key is that you learn from that, and that you continue to push forward, and that you take every moment to live. And in that moment that you live, you just push and you strive to succeed and to achieve greater goals. And there's some things that I said, and one of the things was that every fire needs fresh kindle, or otherwise it burns out. That's the inevitable result. If you don't continue to put kindle on your goals, if you don't continue to remind yourself where you were and why you started in the first place, why are you doing what you're doing? Why have you been going for a couple weeks? Why have you just completed day one? Why are you doing it? Because, you had a goal, you had a reason, and you need to remind yourself and push forward, because if you don't do that, eventually you're going to get to a point where it just all seems fruitless and all seems kind of pointless. You need to really have that goal. I mean, obviously you had the mindset and something popped in your head that said, you're going to do this, and you got a program, you started doing it, but ultimately if you don't remind yourself, there's a point where you might fail because you don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. You need to reassure yourself, give yourself the affirmations that you can do this, that you are going to do it, that you already are. Okay, not that it's something you want to have, but it's something that you do have, and all you're doing is just continuing to add value and continue to build yourself, your character, and your spirit, and your body. You started a fitness journey because you wanted to be in better shape, you wanted to lose weight, you wanted to feel better, you wanted more energy, you wanted it, but the thing is, now you have it. You have the ability, and all you have to do is push play every day and just set those goals for every day. Don't look 90 days in the future like, I want to be there. I mean, that's okay, but don't live there. Live where you are today. Love yourself today, and do what you can today. Do each workout that you are scheduled to do in the day. Otherwise, it's gonna, 90 days is gonna seem like a long time once you get a week or 2 weeks into the program. Just, if you continue to look forward that far, you need to really just live in the moment and really just push play for the day and continue to go forward. And, one important thing I always want to push on is make sure you take photos. No matter where you are, even if you are a week into the program and you haven't done this yet, right as soon as you are done this video, heck, actually stop this video right now and go take pictures of every angle, front, side, back, flexed, unflexed, every angle you can think of. Take measurements and make sure you mark down with your measurements roughly, make sure you remember where you took the measurement, whether you were flexed, whether you were not flexed, all the important points that you can look back on. Because if you have these, that's some of the most priceless things that you could possibly have, is your day one photo. Because you get 30 days into the program, if you can look at day one and then look at day 30 and put these pictures next to each other, you are just going to be absolutely astounded by the results. That's what kept me going in P90x. I mean, just one of the things was looking at my photos, continuously comparing them. I'd zoom up on my biceps, or I'd be looking at certain parts of my body, just comparing pictures of progress going through. And it's amazing. It also gives you a chance to make a video at the end. You can do a time progression or something like that. So, take pictures, take your measurements, and remind yourself why you're doing this, and just keep pushing forward. It's all a mindset, and it's a game, it really is. It's a mind game, because there's going to be days where your mind says no, and there's going to be days where your mind says yes. you know, ultimately, but you really need to just accept that, you know, you had a goal, you have a goal, and you're gonna reach that goal regardless. No matter what comes in your way, you're gonna do it. And that's my message to you, is remind yourself why. Don't forget why you're doing what you're doing. Continue to remind yourself and continue to push play and push forward every day. I'll be talking to you guys soon. This has been Jason Croxford, or Better Body 90. Take care.